Imagine a world where we were less dependent on foreign sources of energy and we produce less greenhouse gas emissions. No simple answer exists today, but it is clear that global demand for energy will continue to grow and prices will continue to rise. One way to offset the rising cost is to reduce our demand of gas and electricity by installing highly efficient equipment for domestic hot water and home heating applications. Now sit back and take a virtual tour of the industry-leading Elite Heating Boiler, presented by Heat Transfer Products President and CEO Mr. Dave Davis at this year's 2010 AHRI show.
I'd like to show you the Elite Boiler, our new boiler that we have for the 2010 season. We have a complete line of boilers now. This unit, as you can see, is both wall mount and it can be floor mount. The cabinet is extremely durable. You can see the aesthetics of the tank, the boiler. It looks very, it's got a nice clean appliance finish. We have little on-off switches. All your connections come out to the left-hand side. You can see in the combustion system here, you can see even on the control hinges out where we can simply get to the combustion system where you have your spark ignition, your reference electrode. Your gas valve connections are easy to get to. You've got your throttle adjustment, your taps if you need to for bleeding or measuring gas pressure. And then you have your combustion system through these 10mm screws, 6 of them. You can easily get to the combustion system. And the flue connection is top mounted. So all your connections come right off of the unit. We have nothing on this side, so we have zero clearance here. And we basically have all of our ports on this side. One of the unique features we have with our system is we provide this fitting. And this fitting here is an all-in-one fitting. Now this one has basically 3 taps. One for your gauge, one for your low water cutoff, and this one on the reverse side, which is a blind hole where you can put a limit. And the whole purpose of what we're trying to do with our appliances is to eliminate the contractor from having a lot of additional materials he needs to buy and a lot of ancillary equipment that he would need to buy. Example, low water cutoff, we have that built into our electronics here where we put everything in one fitting. The whole objective at Heat Transfer is to eliminate the complication, simplify the installations of these devices. And this is one small example that we supply with every boiler. This makes the installation cleaner, it makes it simpler, and it gives multiple outputs, multiple options that the customers can do in their installations. Again, the boiler is real clean. We bring our air into our combustion chamber, we ignite, and then the gases, there's 2 sections within this heat exchanger. We have a primary and a secondary.
The heart of the design starts with the heat exchanger. Each individual circuit is hydroformed, providing uniform surface to transfer heat effectively. The individual circuits, shell, and manifold are constructed of stainless steel to provide years of reliable service in a condensing environment. The unique water baffle system directs water through the heat exchanger to provide maximum heat transfer with minimal water pressure drop. The system's cold water return is direct through the back section and upper section, absorbing all the energy from the combustion process. The water is then directed through the front section of the heat exchanger, where the heated water is delivered to the connected system. To illustrate this unique design, we have added the burner and removed the cabinet to show how the water is heated. Both the combustion gas and the water move through the heat exchanger, which provides maximum heat transfer in a very small space.
And even with the control system, we simplified it. We have a 20-line character control, easy to use, backlit display. Fault history. It can even give you some service reminders. That's how far this control system can operate. And we have options that we provide with our system. Low water cutoff is an option. We have wire harnesses that are already built into the boilers, so adding a low water cutoff is simple. Outdoor reset is very easy. We have a field connection board that's very easy to connect up the system, your field wiring. We actually have a terminal strip that pops out where you can wire it in your hand and pop it back in, and that's on the top set. Some of the features we have is even on the field connection board. This, you can see it's hinged. This is a hinge compartment. You have your knockouts here, your field for your condensate, your receptacle. Even on the bottom here where we have our condensate, we have a clean out port, and we have a large connection, which is sweat, with a large collection system that has basically a float switch in it. So if there is any backing up of condensate, it'll trip the switch, it'll deactivate the boiler, and until the system is basically addressed and it is cleaned. We have a little off-on switch here, and on the vent system we have a built-in check, which is located on the inside here, which allows and won't allow any draft or combustion gases to be pushed back into the combustion system or into the enclosure of the unit. The connector is UL636. You can see the color of it, which is basically compliant to the Canadian standard. And then we have an air can, which basically, when you commission the system, the air cans can bleed the top, because if these are wall mount, you'll need to bleed it when you commission it, and then you can close the air can. It's easier to bleed it, get the air out of the system when you first start the boiler up.